happy with the call. The coaching staff not happy with the call, but the man who's right there made the call, and it's going to go. Going to the free throw line will be Sheeran, as coming in now for the Blue Devils will be Matt Gamache. He replaces Chuck Tillett.
Russ, Sheeran is not a particularly good foul shooter. He's only making 65% of his attempts, which is surprising because he's a pretty good shooter from the floor. And he got a little help from the top of the backboard on that one.
I'm just wondering, is that legal?
I believe it is.
Wayne Wilson doesn't think so. He's arguing. It did hit the top of the backboard.
Second one is up.
They give him credit for both of them. 14-11, New Bedford leads. Furtado with the ball over the center of the line, the top of the key. Now goes to the right side as they swing it around to Graves, back to Gamache, to Hennessy on the left. Puts the shot up. It is around and out. No good. And the foul will be on Furtado as he and DePina went up for the rebound. And that's, I believe, the second on Furtado. And it will be New Bedford's ball line.
A little over-aggressive rebounding there. They had gotten a few offensive rebounds previously, and I think he wanted a few more of them, but it just wasn't to beat on this end of the court.
We have 57 seconds to go in the first quarter. 14-11, New Bedford leads. Underneath, the shot is up, no good by DePina. Now, if he gets it back as the ball is stolen, he scores. Good play, and DePina puts it in and puts New Bedford up by 5 with 41 seconds to go. Timeout is called. 16-11. New Bedford leads it with 41 seconds to go. We'll be back in just a moment.
Again, this is a Whaling City Cable TV, Channel 13, Winter Sports production. Other games this week, February 4th, a Saturday night, high school basketball at 6 o'clock, New Bedford High School versus Durfee. Also at 8 o'clock that same evening, high school hockey, New Bedford High School versus Barnstable. Both games taped the day before. Chris Hendricks, any surprising statistics here so far in the first period?
No, nothing really, Bill. The high scorer for the game right now is Mike Sheeran with 6 points for the high school. Hauser has 4, DePina has 4. And looking quickly at Fairhaven, Furtado was their leading scorer, also with 4.
How about turnovers?
Turnovers, Fairhaven has 6, New Bedford High has 5, so they're just about washing themselves out, Billy. But right. Too many for both teams.
Okay, thank you, Chris. 16-11 is our score. 41 seconds to go in the first quarter. New Bedford leads it. And Mike Simeo is in there for Fairhaven now. Gets it to Hennessy.
That's surprising, Russ, because Wayne Wilson was afraid Simeo wouldn't even play due to illness.
Right. He's in there now. Hennessy out to Gamache. Gamache back to Hennessy on the far side. Tries to get it into Graves. Can't do it. It's intercepted by Brito. Brito gives it to DePino. Brings it up court. Sheeran now and Watkins back and forth with the ball. Now to DePina in the center. Watkins back to DePina. 13 seconds to go. They'll go for the last shot now to the far side to Brito. Brito dribbles around looking for help out to DePina. We have 5 seconds remaining. And DePina will take the long shot. No good. It is out of bounds. There's the buzzer and the score at the end of the first quarter of play. New Bedford 16, Fairhaven 11, and we'll be back in a moment.
Again, this is a Whaling City Cable TV, Channel 13 production, live from New Bedford High School Gymnasium. The Fairhaven Blue Devils versus New Bedford High School Whalers. And other games this week. High school basketball, New Bedford High School versus Durfee. A tape of the game of February 3rd, Friday evening, will be played on Saturday the following day at 6 o'clock. Also that same day, high school hockey at 8 o'clock, New Bedford High School versus Barnstable. And Russ, back to you.
All right, the first quarter has been brought to you by Bob Oljar's Heating and Plumbing Service, 6 Joshua Weeks Land in South Dartmouth. Visit or call Bob Oljar's for your heating installations or plumbing repairs at 993-6407. The second quarter is being brought to you by Schwam TV, repair, sales, and service. 56 Rodney French Boulevard in New Bedford. Visit Schwam TV today for special sales on their portable 19-inch color Quasar TV. Regular $469.95, now on sale for $409.95. Call them at 994-4341. Ready to go with quarter number 2, 16-11. New Bedford leads it, and jumping at center will be Tillett and Hauser. For Fairhaven, let's see, they have Tillett, Gamache, Simeo, Graves, and Furtado. New Bedford with Hauser, and that's DePina with the ball now. Sheeran is in there along with Brito. Watkins. That's the way they'll go at each each other at the start of things here at the second quarter. Down to Hauser at the top of the key. Over to the near side to Sheeran. Back out now to Hauser. A long shot, beauty, right in. 18-11. 7:38 to go in the second quarter. Simeo with it for the Blue Devils now. Swings it around to Gamache. Gamache on the far side looking for help. Now dribbles towards the key. Gets it over to Tillett. Tillett drives to the baseline. Puts it up and bounces off. No good. Sheeran with a rebound. Long lead pass down to Watkins. Tries to get it to Brito. He does. But Brito decides to hold it up wisely. As Fairhaven comes down and gets in their defense. Simeo now guarding Sheeran. On the far side, Sheeran goes towards the baseline. Now goes driving the baseline, being guarded by Simeo, has to get it out to Watkins. Watkins, cross court to DePina. DePina towards the key, now turns around, puts it up, off the brim, no good. Rebound by Gamache, gets it to Furtado. Furtado, long lead pass, and then Graves getting it just before it gets out of bounds to Tillett. Switch. Good play.
Excellent execution all the way down court. You know, Russ, excuse me, I'm surprised that Hodge isn't back in the game. I figured New Bedford High would go with that height alert pass underneath. Basket's good.
Brito was just clobbered by Gamache, and it will be a foul naturally, and going to the free throw line will be Brito. 20-13 is the score, and Bedford leads it with 6:38 to go here in the second quarter. He misses the free throw shot. It's picked up by Graves.
Russ, what I was pointing out is he's replaced Hodge with Brito, a center for a guard, and playing a team like Fairhaven, ball out of bounds on the side of the Fairhaven basketball. Well, as I was saying, playing a team like Fairhaven, you would think that he'd want to go to his height advantage rather than, you know, stay with their quickness at the guard position. But he's chosen to do it. We'll see what happens with the strategy.
Right. It is Graves now. Over to Tillett, into Furtado, puts it up. No, he rushed it. Rebound, Furtado fights for it. Gets it up, it's blocked beautifully by Hauser. Gets it out to Sheeran. Down to Brito. Brito at the baseline. Back out to Watkins, to Sheeran to Watkins. Baseline shot is up. It is swished. 22-13 as the Whalers now putting on the pressure and jump out to a 9-point lead with 6:02 to go in the second quarter. Full court press now for a little bit. Now they're dropping back. Sheeran stays with Simeo. Simeo drives right, gives it to Gamache. Back to Graves. Back to Simeo. Into Gamache underneath. Can't get it up to Furtado. The shot no good. Hauser with the rebound. Long pass to Brito. Tillett is there to try to stop. Nice pass out. The shot is no good. But the foul will be called on Simeo. Good pass work by the Whalers in there, but the shot was missed. The foul was by Simeo. And going to the free throw line will be Watkins with the opportunity to score two. 5:41 to go in the second quarter. 22-13. The score in favor of New Bedford, and checking back into the game is Hennessy. He replaces Gamache. Jim Hennessy replacing Matt Gamache for the Blue Devils. They're down by 9.
Actually, Russ, both teams are executing well, and the score is not at all representative of the game they're playing out here.
It isn't. Shot is good. 10-point lead now for New Bedford.
Derwin Watkins, incidentally, leads the team in steals with 3.4 per game, and is only a 50% foul shooter. But he puts both of those in.
And that's an 11-point lead for New Bedford now. Pass out to Graves. Over cross to Simeo. Simeo to Tillett. The shot is up. It is no good. Furtado with the rebound. Puts it up. It is no good. Rebound by DePina. DePina left lead pass to Watkins. Ooh, he almost traveled to Sheeran. Drives the key. Puts it up. No good. Rebound. Graves to Simeo. Simeo has Furtado. Puts it to Furtado. Drives. Puts it up and in. Good play. Good drive by Gary Furtado. 24-15. 5:09 to go in the second quarter. DePina with it on the far side.
There's no doubt about Fairhaven's strategy either. They're trying to run New Bedford high. Trying to fast break them all the way down court.
Sheeran on the far side to Watkins. To DePina. Stolen by Simeo. He has Tillett with him. The pass to Tillett. Stops. Puts it up. It's good, and he's fouled. So it's 24-17, and an opportunity for a three-point play now by the Blue Devils. And this is very indicative of a Fairhaven team. When you think you have them on the ropes, all of a sudden, here they come right back at you.
Right. They will stay in this ball game to the very end. There's no doubt about it. Whether they're down 8 or 10, they'll be in it.
Tillett at the line with a chance to make it a three-pointer. 24-17. New Bedford leads it. 4:50 to go. Second quarter. It's good.
He's come on as of late, Russ. He was injured at the beginning of the season. A broken arm from football season, but he's coming on very strong, and he's really helping out the club in the last few games.
Baseline, Brito. Far side, out to Watkins. Out to Sheeran. Sheeran in the far corner. Just looking around, gets it out to Brito. Over to DePina. Fakes. Looks around, over now to Watkins. Back to DePina. In the right point. Being guarded by Hennessy. Now to Brito. Brito over to Sheeran on the left side now. Far side. Gets it into Hauser. Drive and no basket. And the foul is going to be called on Hauser. He gets a charging violation. That's his second. And Fairhaven will take over. Simeo will inbound it. 4:08 to go, second quarter, 24-18. New Bedford leads it. Hennessy to Simeo in the backcourt. Simeo brings it up on the far side, comes towards the center at the top of the key, drives down the lane, passes off to Furtado. The shot is blocked by Hauser. Retrieved by Sheeran over to DePina. DePina on the near side, now cuts towards the free throw line, goes to the far side, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound, Hennessy. Hennessy right up the center of the court, and he's fouled by DePina. DePina will draw the violation, and going to the free throw line is Hennessy. That's the second foul on DePina.
And very gradually, without not too many people noticing, Fairhaven is starting to creep back into this ball game. They're down 6. A couple foul shots right here will put them within 4 and definitely striking distance of the Whalers.
And it will be Hennessy at the free throw line. Usually it's very accurate. He's been having a bout with the flu, as have a couple of the other Blue Devils this week. First one's good. You wouldn't know it at the free throw line, though.
No, so far he's looks very strong tonight, Russ.
5-point lead for New Bedford. Hennessy now in the second half of the bonus situation. It's off the rim, no good. Gets the rebound himself, puts it up and in. And there you go. They're within 3. Here they are again, Bill. Bill, full court press. Sheeran with it. Out to Brito. Brito, they have a 2-on-1 situation, puts it up himself. The shot's no good, but the foul is on Graves. He draws the foul, and Brito will go to the line to shoot 2. 3.5 to go in the second quarter, 24-21. New Bedford leads.
That's only Phil Graves' first personal foul.
First one by Brito is good. 25-21. He makes them both. 5-point lead now for the Whalers. Inbounded to Graves. Gets it back to Hennessy. Hennessy dumps under Brito. Dribbles all the way down. Has Furtado, but gets Tillett. It's good. 26-23. Watkins to Brito. Back to Watkins. To Brito. 3:10 to go in the second quarter. To Hauser at the top of the key. Cross to Brito on the right side. Puts it up. Blocked by Furtado. Off the rim. No good. Rebound Tillett to Furtado. Furtado over to Tillett. Tries to pass into Simeo, but it's intercepted by Brito, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Fairhaven's ball.
Fairhaven's getting a little over anxious, and they're trying to go to the hoop.
Right.
A little too quickly there. They should get back into their old-fashioned, deliberate, patient style of basketball, which has brought them so far this year.
Hennessy with it now. Has Simeo to his left. Gets it over to Furtado on his right, who puts it up off the rim, no good, and Hauser's there with the rebound. Lead pass for Brito on the far side. He slows it up now to settle it down to Sheeran at the top of the key. Now to Watkins, wide open on the baseline. He scores. 28-23. Second quarter being brought to you by Schwam TV, Repair, Sales, and Service, 56 Rodney French Boulevard in New Bedford. Visit Schwam TV for special sales on their portable 19-inch color Quasar TV. Regular $469.95, now on sale for $409.95. Furtado to Simeo. Back out to Graves. To Simeo at the far side in the corner. Out to Graves. To Simeo. Simeo coming out. Left unattended, dribbles in. Now passes across to Tillett. He pops it up and in. 28-25, and a whistle on the play as the net is jammed. That's squared away as Hauser just jumps up and knocks it down. Hennessy slams the ball out of bounds on the inbound pass attempt by Watkins. And Watkins throws it in now to Hauser. Hauser going down the far side, being chased by Tillett, almost gets by him, but traveling is called on Hauser.
Well, that's the problem when you let a forward bring the ball up the court with two good ball-handling guys like Berto and Sheeran in there. Give the ball to them and let them bring it up. That's what they're there for.
And it is Furtado with it now. Swings it around, goes to Tillett, and we have a foul away from the ball, and I believe it is called on
Hauser. A little roughhousing under there, him and Hennessy.
Yes, they were pushing off, and Hennessy will go to the free throw line, and he could bring them to within 2. That's a third foul on Hauser.
And Coach John Pacheco will immediately take him from the game and save him for the second half with 1:42 remaining.
Tony Williams will replace it.
Tony Williams, incidentally, only a sophomore, and who actually saw action last year as a freshman in the tournament, the SMC Division I tournament, and did a more than adequate job, I might add.
Okay, a little discussion at the scoring table with the two coaches, but it's all squared away as now Hennessy goes to the free throw line. 28-25, it is New Bedford's lead. 1:42 to go in the first half. First one is up and it's good. 28-26. Hennessy can bring them to within 1 now.
Hennessy, incidentally, Russ, leads the team not only in scoring, but assists and steals as well. So he does his job at the other end.
And he made both of them there. Fairhaven draws within 1. 28-27, 1:40 to go. Sheeran with it. Sets up the play. They'll take their time on this one. Dribbles to the center, leaves it for Brito. Brito now gets it right into the key to Williams. Back out to Brito. 1:25 to go. Brito goes to the far side, passes to the baseline. The long shot is up and in. A beauty by Watkins. New Bedford ahead by 3 as Simeo brings it up for the Blue Devils. Over the center line to the near side to Furtado. Furtado out to Tillett. 1:05 to go. 3-point lead for New Bedford here with time running out in the first half. Simeo drives the baseline and the foul is called on Hodge. And Simeo will go to the line with exactly 1 minute to go in the second quarter. New Bedford leading 30-27. Simeo on a 1-on-1. First one is up and it's good. 30-28.
It's funny, Russ, Simeo is such a hot shooter from the floor, and yet he's only getting 65% from the line. But not this time, it's 100%.
Brings the Blue Devils back to within 1. 58 seconds to go. Williams over to, well, Watkins to Brito. Brito in to Watkins, back to Brito on the far side, out to Shearer. They'll go for the last shot, I would think, here now. Shearer down to Watkins, dribbles in to Hodge. He's fouled. Misses the shot, and the foul is on Tillett. He doesn't think he fouled. Wayne Wilson doesn't think he fouled. But he fouled.
I have some doubts myself.
Yes, I know it. But you don't argue with the man who's wearing the shirt that blows the whistle. And Hodge will go to the line. Misses the first one.
I was just about to say that he's the Whalers' best foul shooter, shooting at an 80% clip from the charity stripe.
Well, he made the second one, and it's a 2-point lead for New Bedford. Fairhaven will inbound it. It is Tillett to Simeo. And Wayne Wilson says he wants to play number 1, and I would assume that that would be to go for the equalizer as time runs out. 2-point lead for New Bedford with 26 seconds to go, and that's what they're going to do as Chuck Tillett looks up at the clock. Now gives it to Simeo. 20 seconds to go. Simeo back of the key to Furtado on the far side. 14 seconds now to Hennessy. Being almost tied up by Sheeran. Looking at the clock. Hennessy to Simeo. 7 seconds. Somebody's going to have to move here pretty quick. Simeo flips it up. He's traveled. It is no good with 5 seconds to go. And it will be a turnover and New Bedford's ball out. Watkins brings it under the basket. First quarter ends with the score: New Bedford 31, Fairhaven 29. We'll be back in just a moment. Received, and New Bedford gets control, and that's where we are. Just the start of things in the third quarter. New Bedford leading at 31-29. Russ Baldwin along with Bill Walsh and Chris Hendrick. Hodge, the shot is up off the rim, no good. Furtado with the rebound for the Blue Devils.
Russ, the start of more than things, the start of some more fireworks here in the second half. Let's hope it doesn't go down to the wire like it did last time. I don't think our health can take it.
No, we've had quite a predominance of those games, or preponderance of those games so far this season. Tilla with it now for the Blue Devils. To Furtado. Fairhaven this half moving from our left to our right. They're in the light uniforms, the white. It is Hennessy up, no good. Rebound by Sheeran. New Bedford right to left. DePina with it on the long pass. Nice pass off to Watkins, and it's no good. And Furtado with the rebound. Good play, but the ball wouldn't go in. And it's Tillett now for the Blue Devils. Simeo back to Tillett. To Graves. And in the corner, Simeo hits off the rim, no good. The ball is knocked out of bounds. It will be Fairhaven's ball.
And Russ, Fairhaven's continuing to fast break. It's part of their strategy. It seems to be working, and it may just tire out the Whalers in the fourth period.
It is Hennessy setting up the play, talking all the time over to Furtado. To Simeo, back to Furtado, swings it around to Hennessy, who pops it up and in, and it's all tied up, and there they are, even up, 31 all. 6.5 to go in the third quarter. Sheeran to Watkins, to Hauser. Hauser at the top of the key, to Watkins, to Sheeran. Sheeran looking around, swings it over to the far side to Watkins, towards the baseline. Taken away by Graves. Graves to Simeo. Long pass to Furtado, and he can't control it. He picked it up around his ankles, controlled it for a moment, then lost it. Watkins to DePina, to Hodge. Hits off the rim, no good. Off the board, no good. Tillett to Simeo, a pass down to Graves. Drives to the basket, puts it up, and no good. Neither team being able to put the ball in the hoop so far. They have had the opportunities, and it's only 2 points scored, and that was the equalizer for Fairhaven. Sheeran.
They've come out cold, Russ, but they're running up and down the court like a bunch of thoroughbreds.
Right.
And it won't be long before they start connecting.
Right. DePina to Watkins, back to DePina. Being watched by Hennessy. Into Hauser, turns around, puts it up and in. He's having a good night for a young man who's injured. 33-31. Full groin muscle. Simeo to Furtado. Thought about shooting for a moment as he was left unguarded. To Simeo, to Hennessy, off the rim, no good. Rebound to Watkins of the Whalers. To DePina. DePina, pass off to Hodge. In and out, no good. Rebound, Tillett. Simeo, lead pass, broken up by Watkins. Watkins at the top of the key. Bounce pass to Sheeran. Now dribbles around, holds up 2 fingers to signify the play. Comes over to the left point, gets it to Watkins, back to Sheeran. Now takes the shot. It's off the rim, it's no good. The rebound, Watkins takes the shot, no good. Hauser with the rebound, takes the shot, it is good. 35-31, 4:23 to go in the third quarter. New Bedford leads. Fairhaven down by 4 now. As Simeo brings it in to Tillett. Out to Furtado. Across to Hennessy. Hennessy dribbles back to the top of the key and now backs up towards the center. Around to Furtado on the far side. Furtado takes the long shot. In! Beautiful shot. He line drives him right in there, and it's 35-33. Watkins being guarded by Furtado.
Russ, he line drives him, but he puts them in with pretty amazing regularity, shooting 49% from the field, and a lot of those are from way outside.
He's had a real fine season for the Blue Devils this year. Sheeran has it taken away momentarily by Hennessy, but the ball goes out of bounds, and it will be New Bedford's ball. This third quarter being presented by the Fairhaven Lumber Company, Alden Road in Fairhaven. Watkins inbounds it to Hauser, spins around, takes the shot off the board. It's no good. DePina with the rebound, but he's fouled on the play by Simeo, I believe. Not sure. There were 2 or 3 Blue Devils around the area. It was a non-shooting violation, so it's inbounded by New Bedford. Sheeran with it. Guarded by Simeo. Out to DePina, a long shot from behind the key. Air ball kept in by Hauser, but he puts it right in the hands of Graves to Simeo. Simeo down the far side to Tillett in the corner. Puts a long shot up off the rim. No! Rebound. Watkins to Sheeran. Williams in the game now. Sheeran takes it all the way and lays it in.
Excellent drive on the part of Sheeran. He knew he had the defensive man out of position, and all he could do was allow him to score the basket or foul him.
37-33, 2:55 to go in the third quarter. Simeo off the rim, no good. Rebound by Furtado, good. Good effort.
Excellent offensive tap-in on the part of Furtado. Very alert play.
Fairhaven down by 2. Sheeran with the ball. He has a man all wide open. Williams puts it up and in for New Bedford.
But that was not a very alert defensive play on the part of Fairhaven. They get burnt that time down court with only 1 man back.
Simeo brings it up for the Blue Devils. 2:28 to go in the third quarter. They're down by 4. Ball was out of bounds, knocked out by Hauser. Furtado will inbound it.
This is the problem with full court pressure. Too many times men are left all alone down under their own baskets. Unless you recover quickly, they're going to score on you.
Tillett with it now, behind the key. Swings it around to Hennessy. To Graves. Has it poked away momentarily by Watkins. Gets it over to Furtado. Into the corner to Simeo. Simeo comes out. Back to Furtado at the right point as he glides over behind the key. Now back over to Tillett. Tillett to Simeo. To Furtado. Drives the baseline. Puts it up from... Oh, beautiful play by Furtado.
What a move. What
Super
a move.
effort. 2-point lead by the Whalers now. They lead 39-37, 1:42 to go in the third quarter. Sheeran to Hauser, back to Sheeran. Over to DePina. DePina drives to the baseline, puts it up and in. 41-37, 1:28 to go in the third quarter. New Bedford leads it. As Simeo brings it up.
We're seeing some very offensive-minded, high-powered high school basketball right here, no doubt about it.
Rebound being fought for on Furtado's shot. It's grabbed by Hauser, but tied up by Graves, and it'll be a jump ball. And Fairhaven bench is calling for technical. Almost. Hauser was ready to slam the ball to the floor. Let's say he was the reverse of that umpire situation where the guy threw the ball in the air and the umpire says, if the ball comes down, you're out of the game. This time he was covered, though, because he threw it to the floor but covered it so it wouldn't come up.
Right.
We have a timeout. 1:13 to go in the third quarter. 41-37, New Bedford leading. We'll be back in a moment.
And for Whaling City Cable TV viewers, we have an instant replay here. Chris will watch the monitors. There's that drive again
By Furtado.
Excellent, excellent move.